Back's turn. Origi turn, shoot!
Build the dream in FIFA 20, pay less and get more, and use the code TVM at checkout for a bigger discount. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to the road to glory. Today, I said Foot Champs Day, but turns out you need to qualify for Foot Champs before they lay you in. So what you're seeing in the background is actually the last remaining games of me qualifying. I'm now qualified. It is Saturday afternoon, and I haven't played a single game. Don't worry, though, because we don't do Team of the Week predictions until Monday now, so I have more time to play Weekend League. That was the whole point. I'm sacrificing views and money for the road to glory. Before we get any further, though, right, if you're watching this right now, you're a legend. But what you need to do is click the little bell next to the subscribe button, because the views on the last few days' worth of videos have been mind-numbingly poor, and it's because people are not getting notified of videos. And it's not just me that's having the problem, it's a lot of people. I don't even know whether the bell's going to fix anything, but you might as well do it, because at least then we can eliminate that as a factor. So click the bell, and then hopefully you get notified when I put a video live. With that being said, gameplay wise, last couple of days, I've noticed, and I've done a video on it, so I'm not going to bang on about it too much in this video, but the clips that I actually made that delay video with, essentially, please fix this EA or whatever I called it, some clickbait nonsense, the clips were taken from these set of games, so you will see repeated clips. Basically it's delay, right? So that guy had it there. Luckily, well, for him anyway, Maximum got his shot off in time, and he actually scores a double fire. I don't think I was paying too much attention when he took the ball. I was watching a film. Whoops. And then he just went on and absolutely battered me. Managed to score a goal here, despite the fact that my defender is on the line. But there we are. It is what it is. And we didn't need that many points anyway. So only really needed a couple of wins here or there. Or maybe you get 11 points for losing. I think at the end I needed 12 points. It was typical. But that being said, the delay is really getting to me. You know, when you take a shot and nothing happens for about 12 hours? Yeah, that's really irritating. Sometimes, though, it can be instant and out of the blue. You know, a bit of a surprise mechanic situation there from Julian Brandt. This is the game, actually, that I showed in that video. So, Unbreakable Wit says, this year is the first time I actually can feel Chemstyle's improvement. English is difficult, I understand that, so we'll let him off. But no, I completely agree with you. I really do. Chem styles this year are actually effective. And in previous years, I've not really felt that they were. I think it's more of a psychological thing up until this point. Like now, you can tell that they work. You know, Hunter and Shadow in particular. Akanji, by the way, with an anchor on him, feels like Kyle Walker. Jerome Boateng now has a shadow on him, and he feels like Akanji. So yeah, they are very effective, and I would definitely recommend them. So Scott says get Witsel. He's a massive upgrade on Tolisso in that CDM role, and I agree with you wholeheartedly. However, we are working towards the 85 rated Tolisso that is available through the season objective. So I get it. Witsel's better, and I think even informed Delaney is better than Witsel, but the problem with that is, as soon as I buy him, well, not as soon as I buy him, but when we do buy him, and then when we eventually get that season objective player, we're going to put him in there. And then, of course, Witsel will be obsolete. Is that 85 Tolisso even better than the 85 Witsel? Probably not, but it's a nice special card that I want to get into the team. But for right now, at least, Tolisso is doing a good enough job, so I'm not too concerned about upgrading just yet. I won't stick with a full Bundesliga team. How that was a penalty, I'll never know. I don't want to stick with a full Bundesliga team the entire time, though, because I don't want to pigeonhole myself into having to use Bundesliga players. So far, I've actually been very lucky. Objectives have gone my way, for the most part at least, with regards to score with German players, score with Bundesliga players, etc. So we've been helped out a lot by EA in terms of objectives. Although there is one that is in gold. Is it Gold Week 1 or something? Or Week 1 Gold, whatever it's called. We need to score goals with Premier League players. I really do need to start knocking off the objectives. I think I'm going to try. I'm going to actively go after the objectives more now than I have been in the past. I've done bronze week 2. I think I've done the majority of... no, actually, I don't think I've done the majority of silver. I don't know. Maybe I have. Have I? I can't. I think I've done all silver. I can't remember. We'll have a look in a minute. I think I've done all bronze and silver week 2 already, and we've just got gold left to do. We got a lot of XP for that as well. It's crazy how an 81 rated card can be 50k. I mean, at the beginning of the game, I kind of get it, but I've got a funny feeling Sissoko is going to be that sort of price for a while. This situation is delay purpose. I put it in there again, and I slowed it down because of delay. I'm powering it up. Nothing's happening, and a keeper scrambles, and then my striker decides to try and swing for the ball. It's really irritating, and we end up conceding just before the break. And if they fix one thing between now and the end of this game cycle, it has to be delay. I mean, there, I got away with it because I took it in the stride. The keeper didn't come out for it. Had the keeper came out, he would have scrambled that ball before Werner managed to get his shot off. Not that it mattered because I missed anyway, but luckily we scored, and I think we win the game in the end. Yeah, I think we score another one as well, actually. Oliver says that he picked Mickey. Don't know whether that's a good decision. I mean, he's currently injured for Roma, but I mean, he's not going to be injured for a long time, I don't think. So, you know, you never know. I would imagine he'll get at least one inform this year, as will Alexis Sanchez. But who will get more? Who knows? I just think Sanchez is in a better position, better starting position, should we say, to get a good card. You know, Mickey needs at least 2 informs to make that card a nice card. Sanchez just needs 1, and he's there. He's a good card. So that was my thought process. But I've done both. I've done Sanchez on the road to glory, of course, because he's the one that I prefer. And I've done Mickey on my main, just in case one of them gets a special card. That's a great save, by the way. Just in case one of them gets a special card. And then I can review accordingly. So I don't mind that, having 2 accounts. It's nice. There is a new SBC to talk about today. We'll get to that when we get to it. This is the big one. And that's the big example that I've put in the video today. There's no reason why I'm not scoring there. The delay has killed me. And it happens all the time. It's not just in like the odd situation here or there. It happens more often than I would really like it to. I mean, it shouldn't happen at all. So Oliver says that I should do Player of the Month Lewandowski. I want to try and avoid doing certain players like that this year. Lewandowski's Player of the Month card is going to cost me 100 and something thousand coins, and he'll be untradeable. And within a week or 2, maybe a little bit longer, he'll be obsolete. You know, he's a good card, and he will always be a good card. But the problem with it is, Lewandowski's playing very well at the moment, and I say this, he may have just gone off injured in the game against, I think they play Hoffenheim today, don't they? But, you know, I'm recording this 10 minutes before kickoff, so you never know. But either way, he's probably going to get Player of the Month, not every month, but he'll probably get it at least another 2 times before the end of the year. He'll get a couple of informs, they'll throw a couple of special cards at him for whatever reason. You know, by the time I get him and play with him for 1 week, he's already got another special card, and then I maybe should have done that instead. So he doesn't really fit my style of play too much either. I've played with his loan a little bit, and I'm not a massive fan. I do need players with high physical to be able to do a couple of the objectives. Now, to imagine that because heading is so underutilized. Look at the state of that. I mean, it's embarrassing how bad goalkeepers are. I know people are going to say, you know, change Radecki because of that mistake, but all goalkeepers make those mistakes. That's the first in, 50 games I've used Radecki, maybe even more, that's actually happened, so I'm going to let him off. He does do something very similar again in this game. Doesn't lead to a goal, but still worth a mention. With that being said, as we score to make it 2-1, I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, obviously, because headers are just not used that often, EA keep giving us header objectives. So I think I am going to have a player in there who can head the ball, just so I can bring on. There's the other mistake. So, but I don't want to go and plow a load of coins into an untradeable card I'm not that happy with. You know, this Road to Glory is for you guys as much as it is for me, but at the same time, I'm the one that has to play this day in, day out. So I only want to do SBCs for players that I really, really want. You know, the Player of the Month Sanchez, not Player of the Month, the ones to watch Sanchez was kind of a no-brainer because it was cheap enough. There's a player in there right now as an SBC that I think is cheap enough that I think it would make sense to do, but there is an argument against it, and I think we'll have a poll on the video as well. If I do have a poll on the video, you can spot it right now, actually, as we lose that game 3-2. We picked up the one remaining point that we needed, and we have qualified for Weekend League, though, so that's all I really care about. And that brings us nicely, by the way, into the live section of this game. Video, even. Some other people in the comments, by the way, were very keen to point out that Lucas Hernandez is the best defender. Look, I've lost 30 games. That's so embarrassing. Lucas Hernandez is the best defender in the Bundesliga, and I actually do agree with you. Akanji is very good, but he's not as good as Lucas Hernandez looks. And a lot of people are saying get him instead of Boateng, and that's definitely an option, but at the moment I think he's just too expensive. Because he has that ones to watch. Obviously, he's been out of packs for a while. If I just go look at the ones to watch version, he was around 100 and something thousand. He's gone up massively because he was about 105, 110,000 a few days ago. Now he's up to about 130. If we just go look at the non-special version, you know, I mean, he's fast approaching. I mean, I can't literally, even if I wanted to spend all the coins, I can't afford him. He's about 90,000 coins. So I want to wait because, again, what is he, 84? 84 rated card for 90,000 coins is just, no. It's. I mean, if he gets an inform, that's banging. It really is. For 130k, an 86 rated ones to watch, who already, by the way, is insanely good. If we look at his stats, he's got the pace and acceleration are very close together, and they're already in the 80s or thereabouts. With an 86, that would go up to, what, 82, 83 acceleration. Sprint speed would be 85 plus. So that's awesome. His passing goes into the 80s. His reactions go up to 87, 88. His ball control's in the 80s. His composure goes up to about 80. His defensive stats go mid to low 90s. As in mid 80s to low 90s. And then his physicals, basically the same. His physicals will go to the low 90s. So you've got an end game CDM centre back for 130,000 coins. His inform would probably cost around 250, 300k. So that's a great investment, but unfortunately I don't have 130,000 coins. I would be very interested in picking up the ones to watch, not even the base, the ones to watch, because the chances of him getting a special card this year, quite high, I would have thought. SBC wise, I want to reiterate my points on Lewandowski. I'm not saying he's a bad card. Where is he? I'm not saying this card is bad, because it's not, obviously. And if we give him a hunter, you've got a fast striker there, and there's no denying that. And there's quite a few people in the comments who are saying that I should do it. But the problem with it, again, is I can't get Lucas Hernandez and Lewandowski. If I was to get one of them, I've got to choose between them, right? I can't get both. So there's that decision to make. But also, it's not cheap. An 84 rated team, an 85 rated team, and another 85 with 2 Team of the Weeks. That is not a cheap SBC. In fact, I am going to go and find out exactly how much this SBC is going to cost me, and then we can weigh up whether I think it would be worth doing. I mean, I'm not saying worth doing as in like, oh, you shouldn't do it because it's not worth it. I just mean whether it would be even feasible to do it. So on PC, it's currently coming in at 220,000 coins. If I had to do it from scratch and I had nothing in the club, I couldn't afford it. I do have things in the club, but I don't know if I have enough. And like I said, I do this now. Next week he's got an inform. Week after that he's got another player of the month, or month later he's got a player of the month or something. Maybe there's another player that comes out. Maybe we move away from the Bundesliga, because I said I wanted to branch out a little bit. I don't want to stick to the Bundesliga, and it's just not a player that really stands out to me as if, like, you know, he's not one of those, oh, I really want that card. He's one of those that as soon as it was announced, I was like, yeah, if it's cheap enough, I'll do it. But, you know, I'm not overly bothered. The fortunate thing about it is, of course, that there are 20 days left on this. We've got a lot of time. I thought that Player of the Month cards were available for 2 weeks, but yeah, it's there for another 20 days. So we could definitely change our mind. We'll have to wait and see what happens. They are there for a long time. Pookie's been there since almost launch. In fact, he has been there since launch. 12 days. So Ones to Watch Promise was released, and a lot of people might be thinking that this is a bit of a no-brainer to do, and you might be right. At the same time, you're probably wrong, because if you look at it, right, this is going to cost Well, I actually don't know how much it's going to cost. Again, let's go have a look. We might as well. Ones to watch Promes. Where are we? Why is it? Okay. It's not on Footbin. That's very... Oh, no, there it is. So it's going to cost around 45,000 coins, right? Now, it won't cost us 45k because we probably have enough in the club to get it done. My argument with this is that it doesn't fit the team, so he's not going to get game time, right? Yeah, I do want to move away, but the rest of the players within... Move away from the Bundesliga, I mean. But the rest of the players within the Dutch league this year are actually quite poor. The only good ones really are the left wingers. You got Neres in there as well, and maybe Ziyech to a degree. But there aren't that many great players to link with him. And if he does get an inform, which he probably will, he's playing well for Ajax. He probably should have an inform already. He'll go up to an 84. That 84 red card is going to be what? 40k, 30k, and then the 86 might be 60k. He's not going to be expensive because he plays in the Dutch league. There's never been a super expensive Dutch league inform because of the players that it links with. And in particular this year, the Dutch league is not great because they've not really given many players gold cards. Maybe January upgrades might change that, but I doubt it. The Dutch league this year is not a good league to build into, in my opinion. So even if he does get 2 informs, takes him to an 86, it'll be a great card. Of course it will. You could bring him off the bench, but then again, it's not going to be much more expensive than what this SBC is costing anyway. So again, I'll wait for you guys to let me know in the comments, but I genuinely don't think I'm going to be doing this SBC. I don't really feel like wasting the cards on it. I'm not going to... I'll do some stuff, obviously. We're not going to go through the entire year justifying reasons not to do SBCs. I want to do SBCs, but I just don't see this being an SBC that I want to do. He should be sat on the bench for so long. Like, he won't even come on as a sub yet. He needs 1 inform before he can even be considered to come on as a sub. Then we can maybe start doing it. But if we wanted to do that, he's only going to cost 25, 30k anyway, his first inform. So, yeah, that's my thought process behind it, at least. But we'll, you guys can get your opinions in. We're going to do a gold upgrade. And the reason I'm going to do a gold upgrade is because it's for an objective. I think this is going to give us a bunch of XP. I think this gives us like 1,300 XP or something. I don't want to do it because I feel like it's a waste having untradables in your club. Well, that's a lie. Having untradables in your club isn't the problem. It's having untradables in your club that are just useless to you. Let's try and wait. Whoa. Let's do multi-swap. So I say that right. Multi-swap is good, but it isn't half annoying, right? So I'm going to put him in, and then I move across. And now, to get my centre-back, I'm going to have to click search again, and then do that again. Like, I have to click it twice. Last year, you didn't have to do that at all. You could just move over, and it would move over with you. But there we are. So what do we have over here, then? We'll just get rid of some of these. Click it twice, of course. Get rid of him. I mean, I don't have to use players per position. I know that I could probably use... I could probably get away with just using left mids for the rest of this, for instance, but I do want to just even it out so we've got the even number of left mids left in the club compared to right mids and such. I always found that last year. I'd use goalkeepers or centre-backs for the whole thing, and then when it came down to it, when I was going to go build a squad, I'd have like no centre-backs or no right-backs or no keepers or something because I've been using them all the way along. But there we go. That's a gold upgrade. And that will be an objective complete. You just saw it there in the top right. Just creep in. And we'll go and... we've got a couple of packs open, actually. The 2 Red Gold player pack there that we've just picked up. And we've got 2 packs to claim as well. Nothing too crazy, but still. We can claim them from our objectives. Now, before we do that... let's move down to week 1 gold. I've not done this, but I am going to try. I mean, I've got nearly a week left to complete it, right? What we need to do is score a header in 2 separate rivals matches using a player or players who have 82 physical or higher. So that's where I think we've got a loan of Lewandowski. We could do that. We just stick him in the team and just try and cross to him all the time. We'll see if we can knock that off, because I mean that is 1,500 or just over 1,500 XP. So that's pretty good. I don't think... Yeah, it's got to be in Rivals. It can't be in Champs either, which is really annoying. Week 2 Gold. How do we get there? Well, we completed Week 2 Bronze, which was score a goal in 3 separate games. Obviously, I played Rivals a lot, so that's why. Apply 5 fitness consumables. Of course, that was easy enough. List a player on the market. Easy enough. And then, of course, get 2 assists using Bundesliga players. Well, we've got a Bundesliga team. We were always going to do that. Week 2 Silver. A little bit more sort of going out of my way to do this. Score 2 goals in the same friendlies match. Had to go out of my way to do that one. Scoring 5 separate matches, Rivals. Score a goal in swaps. I did that when I did the first one. And then get 2 assists with midfielders in any foot game mode. One of the assists must be a through ball. And that was for 1,400 XP. And I did that again when I did the swaps and I did the friendlies game. And now we're on to gold. Week 2 Gold, I think. There it is. So we've completed 2 of them, which is win a game where you have at least 5 players on your starting 11 with less than 70 pace. That, again, I had to go out of my way to do it, but it was just some random friendlies game because it didn't specify Rivals or what have you. We've just done the Gold upgrade for 1,300 XP. The top one, win a match in Rivals where you get an assist using a through ball distributed from a player who has less than 70 pace. Now, I either have to just build a team with no pace and hope that I can get that done, or I have to put one player in there with no pace and make sure that he is the one passing the ball. I don't know which one will be easy, to be fair. Slow on the wing, again, you need to get an assist from a cross using a player with less than 80 pace. Not ideal. That's basically the same thing. Score from a cross using a player who has less than 70 pace. So I need to cross with someone less than 80 and score with someone less than 70. So again, just a slow team because this is where this comes in. Oh no, I'm lying. Actually, all-out attack is completely different. It says in Rivals, score 2 goals in the same game. One of the goals must be a chip shot. So that won't be too difficult to do, I wouldn't imagine. You know, we just cut up the goalkeeper, which we can do on many an occasion if we come up against someone with a high line. And we've got 2 weeks to do this as well. And then we can just dink it into the back of the net, essentially. Hopefully, anyway, we can do that. These 3 are going to be a little bit tricky because you're going to have to do it with no pace. We'll have to see how we get on with that. But in the process of getting to Week 2 Gold, I've managed to hit a few season objectives, milestones. Level 17 has been acquired, which gives us a Prime Mixed Players pack. Could be good, could be bad. And then we get a Rare Gold pack, which isn't too bad at all, for hitting level 18, which is not too bad at all. We are halfway to level 19 as well, which we either get the bear icon, that man in space, or woman, I don't discriminate. And then, of course, that deer. I don't care about any of them. The next pack then is a Premium Gold Players pack. That's for level 20. And, you know, we're getting there. Yeah, so up the top, Zaha's out of contract. So this is the Tolisso card that I said about. Now, that card design is very nice. It's dark. I like it. The card itself isn't fantastic, and maybe Axel Witzel's already better than him. But with the right chem style, we could make it usable. It's a nice card in terms of the design. It's very well rounded as well. So that's why I want to get it. But anyway, we've blabbed on long enough. I don't know how far... Oh, La Liga Prime Players. Can we choose? Yeah, Bundesliga Prime Players. That's what we would go after, obviously. Not bad at all. Where's milestones? I'm probably way off this, to be honest. 25... Oh, I've got 1 more game of Rivals, and I get a 2 Rare Gold Players pack. What's Squad Battles? 5 more games of Squad Battles. I've played more Rivals than Squad Battles. Madness. Right, transfer list, bronze pack method, doing its business. We can clear that off. I'll just list the rest of it up. Eventually, you know, things will sell. Might have to adjust prices here or there, but anyway, these are the packs. So we'll do the 2 Rare Gold Players pack first. This is the upgrade that we did. And let's see what we can get here. It's not going to be anything fantastic. To be honest, if it was something fantastic that wasn't something I could use, I'm pretty sure he doesn't play football anymore. It would be a little bit disappointing. I saw someone pack an Aguero earlier, and they were really excited. Like, oh, look how much he's worth. And they were like, I was like, yeah, but you can't sell him. So what's the point? That's why I don't want a bunch of high-rated untradables, really. They're good for SBCs, but I'd rather have the tradable things. That's why we took tradable rewards, I think, for the first time ever. What do we have here? Prime Mixed Players Pack. be generous to me, EA. Just give me a board in one of these. I don't care if it's a... Oh, there we go. Okay, nothing too crazy there. Give me a Sissoko. You know you want to. I mean, that literally couldn't be further away from Sissoko if it tried, did it really? I mean, to be fair, though, he's got decent pace and dribbling. It's not too bad. Nope. Clavan, I mean, not a bad defend for the rest of the club. I think he sells, actually. I put him on the transfer list yesterday. Yeah, he sells for a few hundred... it's of course it's an objective, so he's untradeable. But we can sell his the one that we already have for 350. Put the untradeable in the club for an SBC of some description. And the final action of the episode gives us nothing. Sissoko and Dombele? Surely not 2 days in a row. No. Izzo. Not a bad player, actually, if you've got a little Italian team, but I don't think... yeah, I mean, I'm not that excited about it. I won't lie to you. We've got the Etihad in there. I don't know if that sells for anything. Well, it does. I mean, I was just going to list that up for 200, but I can actually sell it for like 500 coins. Oh, it's untradeable. I need to remember these are objective packs. I don't mind that the objective packs are untradeable. I mean, I suppose in a way it kind of makes sense. Where are we? So, at the moment, I think if I had to choose between picking up Lucas Hernandez and Axel Witsel, I would go for Lucas Hernandez because, A, he's cheaper. No, he's not cheaper. He's more expensive. But what I mean is, he will serve a purpose for longer. That's what I was trying to say. He will obviously slot in there instead of Boateng. Him and Akanji will do me for a long time. I would imagine that they'll be good to go for probably until Christmas, actually, because they're two of the best defenders in the game, unless you start going into the stupid high-rated icons and things like that. But, you know, we are looking to improve Tolisso with that objective player, which we will get sooner rather than later now, because we are progressing quite well, and of course the weekly objectives are giving out loads of XP. I just need to sort of get on it really and start knocking those objectives down. But once we put Tolisso in there, the 85, that'll be a big improvement, and then we can go after Lucas Hernandez as soon as we can get the coins. Obviously, when Thursday rolls around and we get Foot Champions rewards and we get Rival rewards and we'll have some Squad Battle rewards, the coins will start flowing then, and then hopefully at least we can start making some big improvements to the team, because I don't want to stick with Weiser for the rest of the game. Radeki's good, but we might as well try and upgrade to the best keeper in the league. And the same goes for the rest of these positions as well. And like I said, I don't necessarily want to stick with the Bundesliga the entire time. So getting Lucas Hernandez at the back is a good idea with Akanji, but then we'll need to link them in and keep them permanently linked in so that we can maybe go into some hybrid. Because, I mean, Alcacer is good, but how long, really, can I keep using him and him be effective? He's got a good record on him, goal contribution-wise, but there's going to come a point where he's no longer as good as he is now because he's coming up against better players. So I think that's going to be the problem. All in all, though, right, I am genuinely really enjoying the grind right now. Really enjoying sort of not forcing myself to do things. Like Lewandowski is something I would have forced myself to do immediately as soon as it came out last year. And it's almost the same with Promes. I mean, I still may do Promes, but I am kind of leaning towards what is the point, because he's never going to start for me. Even if he gets like a 90 rated card down the line, of course it'll take months to get there, but even if he does, I'd find it difficult to get him into the team to start. So just to have him on the bench as a super sub, I don't know whether that's I don't know whether it's a good play. I mean, if I'm gonna throw those cards into Promes, I might as well throw it into a segment of Lewandowski. That's my logic, you know. But we'll see. And I've just said I don't know how long Alcacer is going to last me, and everyone's going to be like, well, get Lewandowski then. Well, we'll have to wait and see. There is a vote on the video, hopefully. But if you have enjoyed today's episode of the RTG, then do me a favour and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.